Welcome back, y'all, to You're Not Alone podcast, hosted by yours truly, MBOT, making beauty out of testimony. Today, I just want to touch base on addiction. Okay, y'all. I want to play this video and I want to read some scripture. I'm doing this whole video today and not the audio because of the purpose of this video. This will be my, I guess, guest, even though this guy didn't agree ahead of time to be my guest, but you know what? He's my guest today. Anyways, because I feel like this topic, again, touches on the whole topic of You're Not Alone. We already talked about the introduction. We talked about the darkness that we all face. We talked about, again, the purpose of this podcast is to do life together, right? We talk about how Yeshua Elohim is the light in all those dark places. And that we're not truly alone, guys. So I think this video touches deep on the purposes of what addiction does and the isolating facts that it causes, and how addiction isn't exactly what we think it is. And then I want to read some scripture too. So I appreciate y'all. I know we're changing things up, but let me play this video.
Almost everything we think we know about addiction is wrong. You get a rat and you put it in a cage and you give it 2 water bottles. One is just water and the other is water laced with either heroin or cocaine. If you do that, the rat will almost always prefer the drug water and almost always kill itself quite quickly. In the 70s, Professor Alexander comes along and he looks at this experiment and he noticed something. He said, we're putting the rat in an empty cage. It's got nothing to do except use these drugs. Let's try something a bit different. So Professor Alexander built a cage that he called Rat Park. They've got loads of cheese, they've got loads of colored balls, they've got loads of
Again, that's the other thing too. If you find yourself bored and isolated, what else, what are you doing to consume your time? Why are you placing yourself? Are you isolating yourself on purpose too? With nothing else to do. That whole saying, idle hands is the devil's playground kind of thing, but also ourselves too. Because we're fighting ourselves. We're fighting our inner darkness. And who are we allowing, and what are we allowing in those times is super important. Anyways, go ahead.
tunnels. Crucially, they've got loads of friends. But here's the fascinating thing. In Rat Park, they don't like the drug water. You go from almost 100% overdose when they're isolated to 0% overdose when they have happy and connected lives. What if addiction isn't about your chemical hooks? What if addiction is about your cage? What if addiction is an adaptation to your environment? Maybe we shouldn't even call it addiction. Maybe we should call it bonding. Human beings have a natural and innate need to bond. And when we're happy and healthy, we'll bond and connect with each other. But if you can't do that because you're traumatized or isolated or beaten down by life, you will bond with something that will give you some sense of relief. Now, that might be gambling, that might be pornography, that might be cocaine, that might be cannabis, but you will bond and connect with something because that's our nature. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection.
Have you ever quietly wondered, why doesn't my faith feel real?
Almost everything we think we know about addiction is wrong. You get
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Anyways, all right. So, I can't touch that. That video is so powerful because yes, we can't do anything apart from that connection. That connection is huge, and that connection is to Him, Elohim, is to Yahweh, Yeshua. I'm telling you guys, they started from the beginning in the garden. When Yahweh, He said He wanted to create man in His own image. He said He wanted to create this being. He wanted to spend time with Him, the creator of all in the universe. He wants ever that relationship with you. He created you for that purpose, so you didn't walk this world alone. You didn't go alone. And it's, oh man. So in John 15, John 15, it says, I am the true vine and my Father is the gardener. So Yeshua is saying that He's the vine and Yahweh, Adonai, Abba is the gardener. Okay, so we're connected. We're connected to God through Yeshua, right? We're connected that way. And every branch in me that bears no fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes so that it bears more fruit. So through some of our trials and things like that, we get that pruning away. When we get that connection, when that connection is severed, is what it's saying. When that connection is severed, we're led away to our own desires, our own flesh. We're led away to that isolation, and we're led away to, like I mentioned, the addictions that you face. And you're not alone in that. I'm serious. I can't tell you how many times that I didn't simply just connect to him, because I know apart from him, I'm nothing. Apart from him, I can't keep doing this life. Apart from him, I literally give into my darkness. I feel alone, isolated. And that's not a thing that you're facing alone. That's not a thing that you just go through alone, because we were meant to have connection in this life. Even the video said it scientifically. It's like we were created to be bonding. But the question is, what are you bonding to? And then it says, you are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Stay in me and I stay in you. As the branch is unable to bear fruit of itself unless it stays in the vine, so neither you unless you stay in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who stays in me and I in him, he bears much fruit, because without me you are able to do not. If anyone does not stay in me, he is thrown away as a branch and dries up, and they gather them and throw them into the fire, and they are burned. If you stay in me and my word stays in you, you shall ask whatever you wish, and that shall be done. It is my Father is esteemed that you bear much fruit, and you shall be my taught ones. As the Father has loved me, I have also loved you. Stay in my love. If you guard my commandments, you shall stay in my love, even as I have guarded my Father's commands, and stay in my love, and stay in his love. These are the words I have spoken to you, so that my joy might be in you, and that your joy might be complete. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Like this, I can't touch on this topic enough. This whole concept that you're not doing this life alone, that you're not called to do this life alone, that those lies that we're told, that we're alone in our darkness, we're alone in our addictions, it's not true. It's like we've been lied to ever since that traumatic thing happened in your past. Ever since that cage that you put around your own life too, right? I mean, sometimes these outside circumstances you can't help. The family you were born into, if something happened, something traumatic, like I mentioned with the suicide and the other things like that. These things happen in our lives, these isolating moments. But what do we do next with it? Like it said, the cage that we're stuck in. What is that cage in your life? What is that darkness? What is that cage in your life? And how are you responding to that cage? Are you allowing that cage to be filled with positive things? Are you allowing that cage to have a connection directly to him, to Elohim, to Yahweh, to Yeshua? Are you realizing that we are connected, and it's not to be severed? Because if it's severed, if that vine is severed, when you pull a plant, and it's not connected to the roots no more, it withers away and it dies, right? So the whole concept of not being alone is understanding that you're not alone as long as you seek him, right? We're not meant to do this life alone. And when we seek him, when we have that relationship, one, we don't feel alone. Two, we stop with our strugglement. We stop with our darkness. We flip on that light switch, right? We connect in prayer. We connect with him. And I know addiction, temptation, all that stuff, it's hard, it's difficult, and in the midst of it, I get it. I've fallen so much for that quick desire, that quick connection, because of the lies I've told myself, though, that I need it, that this is my way of escape. But as soon as it happens, I'm like, oh, I don't want this. I feel bad. I don't need this. I'm missing that connection. I'm missing because like pornography, right? Pornography is one that it doesn't actually have an actual connection. It's connection to a computer, and a computer has no way of giving you love back. The bottle has no way of giving you love back. The pills have no way of giving you love back. None of that stuff has a way of loving you back. But this right here, it says here that He's the vine and He loves you. He desires you. He loves you, and you cannot bear fruit without Him. You cannot bear fruit without that connection. So when you're presented with two options, the water, the cocaine water, you have to decide for yourself now. What are you allowing yourself to bond to, and what are you allowing yourself to bond back? Because when it bonds back, guess what? When it bonds back, it loves you back. And only one of those options can love you back. Is that real connection. And that real connection, the one that we were created with, that bonding connection, it comes from Him. It comes from Elohim. It comes from Yahweh. Okay? It comes from Yeshua. He says that. He says in His word. So I want to encourage y'all. I hope that encourages you guys to reach out. Reach out to somebody today too, and let them know you're not alone. Okay? Let them know you're not alone. Let them know that one, the creator of this universe, He loves you so much. He created everything in this universe, but most importantly, He created you. He created you to have a relationship with you. He created you so that you don't walk this world alone. And that is powerful. That is the most powerful thing that could ever be said in this entire world, is that you, even though you feel alone in your darkness, you are not alone, because the creator of the universe, He says, hey, I love you. Come to me. Come to me. Apart from me, you are nothing. Please come to me. Let us be whole together. Apart from me, he has this void because He created to have a relationship. He created you to have a relationship with you. So when we turn our backs on Him, when we go into these addictions, He has a void too now. We've noticed that He walks beside us, that He comforts us, that He collects our tears, that He constantly reminds us that He's not alone, even though we're hard pressed on every side. We feel full of conviction, full of, we just feel like we're surrounded. Your emotions, they lie to you. Your emotions, yes, they help you feel and process what's going on. But then what do you do with those emotions afterwards? It's huge. It's huge, and it's something I'm still learning. I don't have this thing 100% put together because, yes, I get it. The darkness, the things that you're struggling with, they can become all-consuming because darkness, right? It's like if I turn these lights off in this room, it's going to get real dark, and it feels way overwhelming. And you're just looking around, you're like, oh, I'm blind, I can't see, where am I going? And that's again when that prayer comes in. That's again when that light switch turns on, where you ask for help. They get that light switch on. So don't try to do this alone. Don't try to face your trauma. Don't try to face your addictions. Don't try to face any of those things alone. Your feelings matter. You matter. And you matter to the one who created you. Okay, guys? I hope this encourages you, and I hope you know that you guys, you're not alone. You're loved. And reach out to somebody, okay? Reach out to somebody. Let them know you're not alone. Let's spread this message to the whole world. All right, love you guys. This, again, was the You're Not Alone podcast. Hope you enjoyed this segment, and love y'all. Y'all have a great day, and bye out.